I was just thinking about peer pressure. You could say societal pressure. You could also say business pressure. The list is long. You know, and I realize that so many decisions we take today, we're not actually our decisions. Those decisions were influenced by other people's decision, if I would use that word. Yeah. And then, what happens when you are doing things because other people are doing it? What happens when you want to be like people? You will only be a second class. You can never be that person you want to be, because you don't have the same inspiration with the person you want to be like, because you don't have the same mindset. There's a reason why the person is who he is. There's a reason the person is doing the business he's doing. There are reasons why he's taking the action he has taken to be whoever he is. But you want to be that person, but you don't know those reasons. So at the end of the day, you don't get the same results, the person you are looking up to is getting. And sometimes they end into frustration. And failures, if I would add as well. Let me look at two case of study here. Back then at junior secondary school, we had the options of choosing the department would want to be. You hear people say, I want to be in science department, I want to be in art or commercial. And then you see these other people, back then who spoke so highly of science students. You see these other students who want to go into science department because their friends, their buddies, are in science department. And I remember vividly that after the first time examination, a whole lot of people failed woefully. They failed woefully because that's not where they should be in the first place. They were influenced. They were pressured, self-pressure into taking that decision that their colleagues or their friends had taken. And then the work they couldn't put in. At the end of it, they were met with failures and, having to decide in other department to be no longer the science department. This decision also people take of, leaving their mother country, if I would say, relocating, from your country to another country. And sometimes you see, people who live outside their country, when they go home, they look good, they look sparkling, you see them appearing, in a certain way. And the people then they feel intimidated, feel pressured, Sometimes they decide to also take the same step of leaving their country, not because they are convinced that it is where they should be, not because they are convinced that there is something out there for them, but because they see the results of these other persons are getting, and they feel life is all just that way. Before you know, sometimes they end up selling whatever it is they have just to embark on this journey. And they get there, they meet with frustration. Sometimes they stay 2, 3, 4, 5 years, nothing to show for. Some never go home, never went back home. Some has been outside 10, 15 years. They are not going home. Why? They were not destined to be in that country. Sometimes, in most cases, they were only pressured. So this pressure thing is a serious issue. So people should get to the point where you take good lessons from people's life, from people's achievements, and not just jump into what they do because you see the shining results they get. We all have our destinies differs, if I would say. Where this person goes and succeeds, you might go there, you don't succeed. So it's a question of making good decisions. The question of, having an inner conviction, having is an inner reason, your own personal reason why you want to do a particular thing, not because other people are doing it, not because you see people are getting results in it, and you decide to invest in a particular business because your friends are investing and you don't know nothing about the business. At the end of the day, the business end up crashing and the rest of that, and then you end up, in regret and the rest. Okay, today I want us to talk about what I call entitlement. Entitlement amongst young people, precisely. And when we talk about entitlement, I mean, the feeling of entitlement, what exactly do we refer to? It's, that feeling of you deserve a particular thing. Certain things should be given to you, whether you worked for it or not, whether you deserve it or not. You just have a strong conviction, a strong feeling that this and that must be given to you or should be done for you because you think so. Okay. And then we'll see this thing play out in most families where younger brothers, where elder ones, where a couple of people feel that, the elder brother, the elder sister, or the younger one, as the case may be, is well to do at certain extent, so they're entitled to his money, his help, and the rest of that, and I think this is more common, from the western part of the world, West Africa precisely, so the truth is nobody actually owes you anything. Nobody actually owes you anything. And the earlier we realize that no one owes us anything, the better for us. Because the worst part of this is that it makes us begin to, develop hatred, aversion for these people we expect to do certain things for us. And when they don't do these things for us, when they don't meet up to whatever expectations we have placed, on them, they become our enemy, they become bad, they become wicked, and the rest of that. And the truth is, we don't know that these some people we are depending on for certain things that we can actually work out on our own, actually are also looking up to either God or somebody else for help as well. Even the Holy Book says, woe to him that put his trust on the man. So if young people can actually wake up and take the bull by the horn and realize that they can actually start small from where they are. They can actually start from where they are. They can actually, do something from wherever it is they find themselves, without having to put all their hopes and aspiration